Right guys, welcome back. So just a quick breakdown today on Euro USD. A sell limit hit 4R while I was taking the dogs. This is why I entered. Right guys, welcome back. So like I said, this trade here that's on screen is a 4R. I set a sell limit while I was taking the dogs for a walk. Yeah, I'm going to basically show you why I entered it. So first of all, you want the direction, the overall direction. So for this, ideally the daily in the 4 hour, but because it's Friday, it was just going to be a quick trade. We just want to kind of be in and out really. You don't want to be holding it. I'm not a big fan of holding trades over the weekend anyway, to be honest with you, just because of the spreads and, you know, just you ain't got to worry about it kind of thing. So basically guys, what I was looking at was that obviously we're big sells at the minute, we're big sells, and I am expecting a bit of a turnaround here for buys, but we don't need to look at that at the minute. So we've got sells, we've got swing sells. These green levels are all the swing sell areas. So, and we're expecting obviously to bounce back off this and go higher up and then take out this trend line, which is tapped 3 times, blah blah blah. Let's forget that. So we've got sells on our mind. So 4 hour, the last high that's not liquidity. So if I zoom in, so this area here, this was the last high that made this low, because this is just liquidity. That's just causing inducement to take out. Like it wicked it there, but then obviously we then want to take the high out if we're going to change direction pretty much. So hence why I'm expecting it to go down, tap there and go up. Let's get rid of this red line because that's the daily close area. So yeah, so basically guys, we'll make this really quick. There's your last 4 hour trend, not the swing but the 4 hour trend. Right, we want to take the high out, so let's do it nice and clear. So we want to take the high out of that. If we're not going to react to the order block, which is this last buy candle before the sell, so that's the last buy candle before we took this wick out and we started sinking. So that's your sell area, your supply area, sorry. You want to see what price does when it comes to that area, and a lot of the time what I'm seeing lately is it actually fools you thinking it's tapping supply, then it starts to sink a little bit, especially on the lower time frames. This is why like the 1 minute is a lot of noise. So a lot of the time you will take the high out, and then obviously you guys know as soon as you've had a impulse, you need a pullback, you need a retracement. So I was playing counter trend. Well, it's pro trend on the overall, but because it was a quick in and out, it was a counter trend. Because I'm now, it's broke that 4 hour high. We're potentially buys. Hopefully next week we're buys overall. So it's counter trend with me selling. So anyway, enough of me waffling. There's the 4 hour. We wanted to take the line out. Really simple. Direction, we want to sell. 15 minute. So I'm going to put it on in a second, but I'm just going to get rid of it. Right, so what you want to do guys, 15 minute, as soon as we approach the sell area, and just remember we might be taking the high out. So we've wicked, that's quite clearly, this wick here where my cursor's on, that's quite clearly a 15 minute liquidity sweep. So we've just swept the lows there. So I'm not classing that as a break, because that is just to take some money. So what we've got up here guys is, so we've got a break here. I'll do it in straight line, so let's do it a bit thicker as well actually. Right, so we've got a break there, which means we didn't break the low. Then we got another break here, break to the upside. We wicked a little bit, so we've took liquidity from this 15 minute trend. That's not the swing but the trend. We then broke the low that caused the high. So the low that caused this high here, guys, is this point here. So soon as that got broke, dead simple. Let's just make them, my OCD will be kicking in. Yeah, so as soon as that broke, you want to drop down to a lower time frame. So in fact, what I could do is, let me just get out of the screen. Let me try and replay it, guys. Right. I don't normally like replay. It looks like it's all set up, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I mean, I've not even moved this, to be honest with you. I've not even moved my cell limit from where I had it earlier. I normally have it on lock, but I was rushing, taking the dogs, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, here's your 15-minute, guys. Let's drop down. We want that 15-minute to break before we're interested in anything. Like, we know we want sales. We know we've took the liquidity from the high. Excuse me, a bit phlegmy then. So you know that we've took the high from that and we're looking for sells. So we then want to see a break of the 15-minute trend. Not the swing, but the trend. It's because we just want a little pullback. We just want that little counter trend movement, just a little bit of profit. So drop down to the 1 minute, guys. We go big screen because it's clearer. So this is the 15-minute, which you've just seen a second ago marked on. Nice impulse. So we actually broke a couple of, which is even stronger. So we actually broke a couple 15-minute areas, which is better. It's better confluence because there's more areas that have broke. So anyway, guys, the area that broke that for me, the latest area, which actually took this level out as well, was this zone here. So between this candle, I don't know if you can see that. So between this candle here and that candle, we actually went up and then we sunk. So what that looks like is, let's get that big. So that's what that looks like. So this whole area, hence why that's there, that is the buy to sell area that broke the 15-minute low. So simple as, this is the 1 minute. I went across, obviously you've seen I went too far across, but it doesn't matter because it's still, obviously, taps you in. Whether you're over there or over there, it's about that. So I put it on 6070, 5 pip stop loss, which covered, basically all this has been mitigated. So I just wanted to give it, just in case it wanted to wick above, because what might have happened was, might go like that and always go like that a little bit and then sink. But yeah, so sell limit set. I was expecting it to probably hit maybe about 3:30. I don't know exactly what time it hit. I didn't really care. I'd put it on. I put a small risk on with it being Friday, and you know, you never know what news can pop up. Like, you can keep your eye on most news, but there's always the odd one that sometimes spikes. So I put a lower risk on it. Went out for a dog walk, and then if we play on, obviously we started to buy. Then we started reacting from demands, and then we got tapped, as you can see. We actually got tapped in with this spike first, and then it nearly hit the TP, which was lucky I wasn't watching it actually, guys, because I'd have made this break even as soon as it broke this kind of low here. And it was a good job I wasn't watching it, because it would have took me out break even and I'd be annoyed. Whereas because I wasn't watching it, it then came down again. Then it reacted from this demand zone. So, but of course I wasn't watching it, so there's no emotion involved, which is great. Obviously, if you know you're watching a trade, your emotion goes through the roof. It's not a good place to be when your emotions get involved. So it's, you know, try your best. And if I was watching this, manually watching this, I would be thinking, there's a lot of bullish pressure, I'm going to take it off, or I'm going to just cut it out, break even. So it was a good job I didn't, because look what happened next. And there you have it. So if we move this along so it's clearer for you guys, I'll put it where it tagged in first. So it was over here and it was 6070, 5 pips, sorry, a 4R. and we got tapped in. So yeah, so be careful with your breaking even, guys, because this is one of the worst trades if you make it break even, which I do a lot of the time if I'm watching it. But thankfully I wasn't watching this one because it still hit take profit. So that's basically it, guys. So you've got the direction, you've got what you're expecting to happen. Obviously we're not predicting, well, you're kind of predicting, but you're obviously waiting for it to break. We broke the 15-minute low. We found the area that broke the low. We covered ourselves with a bit of, as you can see, we did actually go a little higher. So we did actually take the high of this order block out. Like we had no reason to, because there was no imbalance above. I tell you what though, there is, which I didn't even realise earlier. That is, well, it's been mitigated. I don't know why I'm pointing, because you can't see what I'm pointing at, but the cursor's there. That's been mitigated a little bit, but we actually mitigated it more. But cover yourself a little bit. 5 pips was fine, and a 4R. Overall target, guys, if it wasn't Friday, so with it being Friday, I just wanted a smaller target, like in and out, because sometimes these trades can go all bloody day. You know, it might go in the direction you want, but it can take ages, and it's Friday. So overall, guys, so that's the 4 hour. So what I'd kind of be expecting is, now we've took the high, is if you put on your, if you get your 50% retracement, it's in yellow. Let me make it a bit clearer for you guys. So, and then we drop back down to the 15-minute. So if it was earlier in the week, I'd be aiming for 11, around about 11R, which is the 50% retracement area. That's probably be my second take profit, but I am expecting it to come back to this early next week now. But yeah, either way, guys, a nice 4R. I don't know how long it took. I'm not really bothered how long it took, because at the end of the day, it still hit profit. So yeah, if there's any questions, guys, let me know in the comments. I appreciate all the views, and obviously like and subscribe, and put the notification bell on, so as soon as I upload a video, like especially breakdown videos can be very useful. Like this is how I learnt most of what I know, and I only know a fraction of Forex. Like most of what I know is from YouTube, and a lot of it is from breakdown trades from other traders that have shared their stories and that. So yeah, give it a watch, guys. Hopefully it's helped you out, and yeah, just let me know how your journey is, and if you appreciate it, then tell me.